Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. In the last part, we completed Episode 7, Menace from the North, and in the process, we lost all of our clockwork parts, but we did manage to take on Jumba's song. We also managed to get away to Arpeggio's Blimp, which is where all the clockwork parts are being stored. So from here on out, it's really just the final stretch. And Anatomy for Disaster is a fitting name for it. So, let's begin.
There we were, heading east across the Atlantic Ocean, stowaways on a giant airborne fortress. Though time was short, we made sure to study up on our unknowing host, Arpeggio. While attending a prestigious boarding school, the young Arpeggio excelled in all subjects, but he never managed to keep up with the other boys physically. Sadly, his wings, due to their small size, were useless for flight. Furious at his feeble body, he focused his powerful mind to search for a cure in the works of the Italian Renaissance masters. Their notebooks provided the springboard for this sinister young genius, and it wasn't long before the Claw Gang took him on as chief inventor. His talents must have been at work repurposing all the clockwork parts for their criminal schemes, and now this mastermind is in possession of all the parts. It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together, and when that happens, well, I'm not going to let that happen.
So, this might be potentially the biggest world yet, but we're pretty much at the end of it. All of these power-ups are... well, Bentley's is very useful. I'm not gonna lie, if there's anything you're gonna go for this. If there's anything you want to save it for, go for this. This is a weird power-up. Sly does a weird jump, where he doesn't really get that much height in comparison to his regular normal jumps. The only thing notable is the pose, where he, gets on all fours at the end of it. The animation is interesting, but really, that's about it. And as you guys can guess, I'm not going to be able to get these powers anytime soon. Even then, I'd probably go for a temporal lock. Although, Raging Inferno Flop. This gets you a trophy. So if there's any power-up you should go for Raging Inferno Flop. Either way, standard stuff, we gotta get some bottles. And that's just Recon. This one isn't gonna be that long, though, despite what you might think. I'm not gonna say much, but that's pretty much a gist of it. I think some stuff is hidden because of draw distance. So it's bigger than you think. God knows where exactly we are. You can see some buildings. Implying that we're not that far up, but... well, let's get started. We're going to talk about a few things, like... as you guys know, I am going to have you guys vote on my next LP, and I've already decided on the two games that you guys are going to vote for. Either Batman Arkham Asylum, or Prince of Persia The Forgotten Sands. Now, like with Sly 2 Band of Thieves and Dead Space 2, I'm going to be doing a second game on the side by default. That game, which you guys are probably going to love, is Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. I'm pretty far in, and I'm probably going to finish it soon. So, why not? Now there really isn't going to be that much to Prince of Persia and Batman Arkham Asylum. Prince of Persia is technically probably going to be 100% walkthrough, because getting 100% in Batman Arkham Asylum, as some of you guys should know, and general New York games, it's not that easy. It can take a long time because of all the Riddler stuff. I could, because I have gone 100% in Arkham Asylum for the trophies back in my old file, but Prince of Persia and Forgotten Sands, it isn't that bad. I almost got 100% my first time through without a walkthrough. I just missed like one of the things, and that was it. I am going to do something a bit different for Prince of Persia if you guys go for it, and also for when I do it if you guys don't go for it. I'm going to use an alternate costume. Because there is a costume of Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed 2, and also one of the Sand Ray from Prince of Persia War of Vin. I got the War of Vin skin. Weirdly, I bought the game used from GameStop, because on Black Friday they had a 2 for 3 deal, and 3 for 2 deal. It was used from Best Buy, and the code was never used, so I got the costume anyway, which was nice. But I don't like the costume. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to vote for either Ezio or the default costume the Prince wears. I guess really the only thing that you guys would probably get from Arkham Asylum is me talking about things in the Batman mythos, like in the comics, etc. If I had to pick which game, I'm pretty sure you guys will honestly enjoy Arkham Asylum. Great AI there, am I right? I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy Arkham Asylum more because Batman, and because I know that Arkham Asylum is a far more popular game than Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands. Maybe not the other Prince of Persia games, but Forgotten Sands in particular. There isn't much else I could say, but I think Prince of Persia might be a bit more annoying to do because I'm really out of practice. Maybe not actually, but that's kind of all there is to it. I believe there is a bomb nearby. I will also do challenges in both games, like some extra stuff they have. Like, you know, the Predator stages in Arkham Asylum, which I will also do for Arkham City when I get that, because I don't actually have the game. Didn't they have this thing in Rajan's World, actually? I don't know. But anyway, I'll be doing challenges for both those. And honestly, that's probably what I'm going to say. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy Arkham Asylum more. I am going to remind you guys of this when I do my update video after both Dead Space 2 and Sly 2 interviews are done. So, you know, keep an eye out for it. And that's when voting is basically going to take place. You guys can basically leave in the comments what you like. I don't think I'm not sure if I'll count it. If you guys don't vote on the update video, then I'll count it. If you guys do, I won't count it on this video because that'd be a bit unfair to people who want the other game. There to go up here. Yeah, I did. Since you stood there. Other things, though, I want to talk about the state of the Sly Cooper franchise, because I think it's worth mentioning. I am not that sure what they can do with the franchise. They've got a sequel planned out from what I've seen in the 100% ending that, you know, it hints at what they can do next and what the main story will probably be. But the main thing is probably getting people's interest, you know, holding people over. First off, unlike other Sony games and games that were going to be on a Sony console, but also on other consoles like Dead Space 3, there was no advertising for Sly for Thieves in Time. I'm not even lying. There's been a lot of that for The Last of Us, like making some billboards and shit, but there's been nothing for Sly Cooper. Now, I know there was a pretty decent amount for the previous games. That's what really puzzles me. The only thing they really did was, on Valentine's Day, they released a video called Carmelita's Love Collection. That's about it. There wasn't really any ads. They've had some trailers in GameSpot, but that's really about it. I mean, Assassin's Creed 3 had a lot of ads on TV, as did Resident Evil 6. And I do believe Dead Space 3 also did the same. Dead Space 3 actually appeared on a lot of ads for YouTube videos, I know that much. Same applies to Resident Evil and Dead Space. Same thing also happened with God of War Ascension, which even got featured during the Super Bowl. Yet none of that was for Sly Goofy in time. Honestly, I don't know why. But that really just kind of implies that the series may not last that much longer, or at least be able to hold people over. The other thing is, though, there really isn't that much in the way of merchandise for the series. I mean, Ratchet and Clank, you can say what you want about the new games, but Insomniac knows what the hell they're doing when it comes to advertising. There are action figures, and a lot of this stuff. There's like party favors. That's right, party favors for little kids. Because, you know, Ratchet and Clank is fairly kid-orientated, though it can hold over the older crowd like me. But yeah, basically Insomniac knows what to do. There's a lot going for it. There's even costumes and some props from it that, you know, kids can do. There's still like a lot going for it. And there's also a movie. An animated movie that looks pretty good from the trailer alone. I can't really judge until we see much more. But yeah, basically Insomniac knows what they're doing. It might actually become Sony's Mario because of how long-lasting it is. In addition, they've also had some good advertising. There's also been comic books. Pitiful AI. And pitiful me for not noticing that propeller. Anyway, yeah, Insomniac knows what they're doing. They're releasing games at a decent rate, but also making sure they're decent quality. I mean, I think All for One is a piece of crap, but I think Full Frontal Assault is okay. At the very least, though, they managed to keep people interested this long. There isn't really much I can say on some other franchises, like Jak and Daxter. Naughty Dog has acknowledged that they want to make a new game, but they don't think they're going to make a good new game. At the very least, we did have Lost Frontier come out, which, you know, they had to get Naughty Dog's permission for. And there's also Daxter. They were going to release some action figures, actually, on Jak and Daxter. Only those two characters, but they got canceled for some reason. There are mini figures, kind of Lego-ish things a bit. So, you know, at least Naughty Dog has some interested. I mean, honestly, I've gotten some people talking about Jak and Daxter on some of my other videos. A lot more in comparison to Sly Cooper. It's probably tied with Ratchet and Clank for how many people talk about it. But yeah, I don't know what exactly Sucker Punch or Sanzaru in this case, because Sucker Punch no longer has the reins to the series. I'm sure I've been told. But really, they need to fix what they're doing. Because people are going to lose interest again in the series. That might be why the series faded into obscurity, because there's not many people heard of it. I mean, I don't think it's sold as well in comparison to Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. Not even considering the fact that Naughty Dog and Insomniac, that the PS2 crowd is like people who grew up with the PS1. And, you know, some of those people likely had the Naughty Dog and Insomniac games, including me, of course. But really, whoever's doing advertising for Sony, or at least Sanzaru and stuff, I mean, first off, did anyone honestly hear of Sanzaru before? Honestly, did anyone hear of Sanzaru before now? Before they did Sly Collection? I don't think so. I know I didn't. I really don't think any of you did. I mean, that just goes to show that they need to fix their advertising and just keep them relevant. When Sucker Punch had the reins, there was a few merchandise, like some postcards, shirts, a limited edition statue that I honestly God want to get because it looks pretty good. So, the closest thing they got to an action figure. But it was like limited, only 500. I mean, that's not really bad advertising, that's just... A lot of merchandise is like that, where it's just limited and stuff. I mean, you know, like the statues for collector's edition, etc. Also, before I go into anything, I was talking about this model before. This one is a pain in the ass to get, and truth be told, this is easier to get with Murray and Sly. I'm gonna actually cut to when I get to it, because it might take a while. One more annoying bottles to get, honestly. But anyway, I mean, I think before the Sly collection was announced, Sly at least appeared in places to move heroes, and honest to God, he had a crap design, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, for reference, I completely forgot about the existence of Sly. Until the Sly collection came out. I was like, did I read it when I was here? Oh, I did! Yeah. Oh, damn, that's what I get for blocking the series. Really, I did. I mean, when I first got my PS3, I got a few games on it from the PS2 that I missed, like, you know, Jack 2, because I saw that was made by Naughty Dog. Also got Kingdom Hearts, because I remember that, I saw it all the time. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 actually recently came out as well, around the time the PS3 came out, but anyway. I didn't see any coverage of Sly Cooper. And since then, before the PS2 was, I think, completely went out of style, I never saw any copies of the games, except for Sly 3, Honor Among Them. Even then, that was a used copy, where I've seen new copies of the old Ratchet & Clank games and Jack and Daxter. There's a bottle nearby that... Oh, there it is. But yeah, that just goes to show, I mean... Sure, people were definitely still interested, but it kind of faded to obscurity. I mean, really, the most that came was some cameos Sucker Punch gave in Infamous. Other than that, not much else was mentioned. Hell, the closest to merchandise was a Sly Cooper insignia that was in the Infamous 2 Hero Edition, which was on the duffel bag. And rather sadly, I believe that if I recall correctly, some people didn't even know that the thing was there, the insignia. Yeah. That's so upsetting. I mean, they really should have advertised Thieves in time more. Especially because it was coming on the same day as Dead Space 3, which had a lot of ads going for it and was highly anticipated, and some other games that I can't remember off the top of my head. Sony doesn't have a terrible advertising division. It's not really as great as Nintendo or Microsoft, if I recall correctly, but it's not terrible. I mean, if you want to know about something, if they want to have you know about something, you'll know. It just bugs me. It puzzles me that they gave nothing for Sly Cooper because it was a beloved franchise. I'm honestly not even sure what I can say at this point. They just really need to advertise better. I mean, for reference, people still remember Crash Bandicoot. Okay, sorry about the cut there. I knew there was a bottle here because I heard it faintly. I showed you guys how to come up here before, but anyway. They really just need to try and keep the series relevant. I mean, Thieves in Time has not gotten a bad review so far, to my knowledge. Fans have also loved it. And Sony themselves also seems to be proud. Sucker Punch seems to be content. Sanzaru is. So they can still keep it relevant. Not to mention, it stands out from Ratchet & Clank. It's kid-orientated, although Jack and Daxter is kind of mature because, you know, the writing is not really that kiddie. Yeah, they can keep it. They could still keep interest, but they're doing a piss-poor job of it. I mean, it's really boggling that. I mean, first off, they just need to do something. I mean, the DLC is not bad. Having the pre-order stuff also isn't bad. But they need to get their act together and try and keep the series relevant. I don't think the game sold that well, notably. And, you know, they really compared to Dead Space 3, etc. Not sure what else I could say, but they could get some merchandise. Generally, just, I don't know, trying to attract fans more. I'm honestly not really sure how they can kind of keep being relevant. I mean, the series stands out from other PS2 franchises that are on PS2. God of War is bloody, immature, and really not meant for kids. Jak and Daxter is fairly kid-orientated. Not a whole lot. Anyway, Jak and Daxter can appeal to basically any audience in my eyes. Kids because of the humor. Adults and teenagers because of the mature writing. I see it all the way up there. I guess I don't know how I missed it, so that probably helped me. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank is pretty kid-orientated, but has a lot of stuff you can do. Probably more in comparison to Jak and Daxter and God of War. I mean, you got big weapons, a fantastic sense of humor. And then Sly Cooper, it's a series about style. I mean, the music gives to that. The whole thing about Sly himself. I'm not really sure. It is kid-orientated, yes. But it still has a lot. Oh, that's how you get onto what I'm done. So, they could still keep it alive. They just... There's another bottle here? Ooh, 2 for 1. They can definitely still keep this franchise afloat. It's not dead yet. They can definitely get it back on its feet very easily. They just really need to figure out what they're doing. I mean, again, they can definitely still keep it up. Get some merchandise, maybe release some DLC and stuff, keep some news and stuff. I mean, merchandise is probably the biggest thing they should do. I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to buy a figure of Sly Cooper? I know I want to. And there's bottle 29. I also did not remember these hooks here, but anyway, I'm going to cut it to the last bottle. Be right back. Of all the places this goddamn last bottle could have been, this obvious. I was looking everywhere else but this spot. I am a failure. That's the final bottle in the whole game. Needed nothing to do but, oh, play the game. But anyway, something else I could give the series credit for is at least the series had some good advertising in PlayStation All-Stars, which a lot of people can kind of consider the game to be, in my opinion. You know, good advertising for the other franchises, like, you know, Metal Gear Rising. I think the new... I'm not sure, but I think some other games are coming out. Like, I think since Dead Space 3 kind of recently came out, around the time of God of War 3 Ascension, they had some good advertising with DLC for that game. Isaac Clarke being in that game. I can't remember what else. But, well, yeah, that's... At least they're kind of picking it up, but they really need to just get a better idea of what they're doing in the franchise. I mean, since it's kid-oriented and parents say they can't refuse their kids anything, that'll definitely help them. Honestly, I'm not sure what else I could say. I had some sort of idea, but I kind of lost it. It was that damn last bottle. That thing's not dead. No! Okay, let's try that again. Not at fail. Something else is that Thieves in Time, as far as I know, they made it in mind for fans, not for newcomers or anything. Like, you know, and to get new people in. That could be kind of the serious example. I mean, I know a lot of people talked about the game and said, well, I never really was interested in other games. It seems okay, but not for me. Not really much different. Like, Broken Games HD mentioned that it didn't really appeal to him despite being respectable, and that the new game did nothing to change that. So that could kind of backfire. Something else, though, is that we'll also look at the advertising for God of War. I mean, God of War has been pretty consistent, and... Well, first let's do this.
My instruments have picked up large magnetic fields radiating from inside that blimp. If Arpeggio's already started reassembling Clockwork, that's where you'll find him.
Sounds good. I'm on my way.
Don't waste any time here, Sly. Get to the Blimp and take some recon photos. To build a plan, we need to know how close they are to reviving Clockwork.
Relax, Bentley. I've got it under control.
And then somehow he blows up. Okay, I'm kidding. But God of War's had great advertising. I think maybe almost better than that of, if not on par with Ratchet and Clank. This is a series that's very well known. I mean, I know a lot of like Xbox, Microsoft fans who aren't going to touch this PlayStation 3. They think it's pretty great and that it's pretty well known. Oh yeah, I mean, there's been action figures of, I think, a bit more than Ratchet and Clank, if not on par, but first let's go from here.
I had no idea they could reassemble Clockwork so fast!
Calm down, Bentley. He might be in one piece, but he doesn't appear to be, you know, alive. Let's stick to the format here. How about some recon photos?
You're right. We need to be informed to create a plan of action. Try to get a shot of Clockwork's head, a mech egg, and one of those spinning magnetic inducers. They seem important to the procedure, but stay away from the guards. If you get detected, we won't have time for a second chance. These magnetic inducers seem to be holding the Clockwork parts together.
Honestly, I'm not really sure what else I could say about the franchise. I mean, it's definitely alive. You can't deny it. There's something over here. Sort of something here. Did I take another photo of that? Guess not. This is gonna be a fairly long recon mission, though, but these guys are glowing, but I don't think we're supposed to pickpocket them. Their light radius is a bit bigger than usual. How am I supposed to take a photo of? Oh my god.
Clockwork appears completely inanimate. We still might have a chance.
Is it glitching? We're supposed to go here, actually. You can see Mila's there, actually. As well as Arpeggio. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to take a photo of next. I really don't know. I don't think you can kill the guards either, which is a pain. What if I should pickpocket them? Oh, maybe something back there. First, let's get him to a safe point.
I'm sensing radioactivity from inside those mech eggs. I wouldn't get too close. Sly, I'm detecting voices from the front of the Blimp. I think it's arpeggio.
I honestly really don't know what else I can say about what they can do. I mean, since Zoro probably won't give up on it, because I don't think they really have that many other franchises they could work on. If any, I mean, I know they've done other games, but I don't think they really have much else. I mean, the series stands out. That's... What the fuck? That thing is stopping me. That's bullshit. Punching me for doing so well. I mean, again, they need to get their thing straight. Get some merchandise, probably, because every other Sony franchise has that merchandise. Every other franchise that was on a Sony console. Metal Gear Solid has, Resident Evil, God of War, etc. And they also need to kind of do something about the fans.
Neela? Neela's here too!
I mean, they can't see me.
There he is, the mastermind behind this blimp and the source of all our problems. I can't believe it! She must have been working with Arpeggio all along! I don't need to study those photos to see the writing on the wall. Clearly, Neela and Arpeggio have conspired together to rebuild Clockwork, and it looks like they're dangerously close to realizing their goal.
Look, Bentley, I know it's not your style, but I need a quick plan of attack. Try to think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
Well, those magnetic inducers seem to be holding the parts together. If you reverse their polarity, it should pull Clockwork apart. Unfortunately, the inducer speed control station is locked down tight. Pickpocket keys for the 4 patrolling guards to get at it. Then you'll need to manually reverse the polarity of each inducer deck at the top of their rotation.
Consider it done.
It's that one guard stationary, but the main thing is I've noticed that maybe it's just me, but there wasn't really that much advertising for Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves compared to the original and Band of Thieves. There were some ads for those games on TV and some magazine stuff, but Honor Among Thieves didn't really have that, which is odd. There was that statue I talked to, which, honest to God, I wish I could get. And if any of you guys could send me it or find me it somehow, like on eBay for a cheap price, I would be grateful. I'm not asking you guys to send it, but if you guys, if you did, I would be forever grateful. I'm mostly just asking if you guys know any way to get it, because they're in limited quantities. Apparently 500, somewhere between 150 to 500 were made. I mean, there were comics again, but I don't know. Maybe Sucker Punch is just kind of growing out of the franchise.
Now get to the speed control station to slow down those spinning inducers.
Oh, there. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what else I can say. I had a lot more in mind, but I guess I just kind of forgot over time, and I guess it kind of just seemed redundant for some of those points.
Now that the inducer decks are spinning slower, get up there and reverse the polarity of each deck.
I guess really what they could do, I mean, to summarize, what they really just need to do is, I don't know what's going on, but actually I don't think I'm supposed to be doing it like this. Maybe. But anyway, they're on the right track of a new game. They need better advertising, honestly. At least maybe some merchandise. I'm not just saying that. Oh my god. Do I even have a slither of health left? 'Cause I don't think so, but the new game's good. Try and talk to the fans, maybe. I mean, Santa Monica, Night Dog, etc. They've talked to their fans in a way. And yeah, a lot of developers also have, so you know that's definitely a plus. Ubisoft has, and that's really about it. Mostly, it's I guess about advertising, keeping it relevant in some way. I guess also trying to bring in new fans is not a bad idea. That definitely could help, because a lot of people I know don't know about this series' existence. I mean, out of no obscurity, you guys know that I had a hard time finding the Sly collection. And trust me, it was not pleasant. Wait, I thought I couldn't get seen? Oh well. The reason I couldn't find any copy was, as I was told by many stores, there wasn't that much demand and supply. That's all I'm gonna say. Meanwhile, other games that I tried to get that were sold out, there was a pretty high supply and demand. Or at least they said they would get new copies because people have an interest. Which probably would have meant that maybe if they took a bit longer for these in time, there may not have been any sort of sale for it. As grim as that sounds. Yeah. Honestly, I can't think of anything else I could say. Although I will probably talk a bit on the other. Well, there's gonna be a cutscene after this, so I can't say much else. But this is gonna be a fairly short world again, so. This is not going to be easy, is it? I'm going to go for that other one, actually. Hopefully this works.